It's Kamen Rider time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at Itamashi Nation's FuutoPI I, Shinkocchou Seihou, Kamen Rider W, Cyclone Joker from the FuutoPI Animated Anniversary Bandai SH Figuarts. That is the full title as it is listed on by Big Bad Toy Store. So what this is from FuutoPI, the Kamen Rider W, Joker, Cyclone, both combined, based on the FuutoPI anime, which is based on Kamen Rider W from way back in the day. And I got some Kamen Rider figures way back, and I was really interested in this new lineup because this one is updated, upgraded, refined, and made better. But it also comes at a higher cost, so that's why I was kind of iffy about it. But still, here we are, I got it, let's have a look at it together. On second thought, I do a little bit of unboxing for this one because I like the premium box of this one. It looks like some jewelry. Just kind of slide it open. Got a nice little, wow, this one is just a piece of paper. Not even fancy stuff, but here we got the man himself in the white plastic and all the accessories in the back, which he doesn't really have that much. So, very easy to take out. So let's get into this. Premium price, premium box, but is it a premium figure? I don't know. Let's have a look at the size. 14.5 centimeters to the top of the head, which means we are going up to 5.8-ish size comparisons. Here's Joker, the old school release for the Kamen Rider W Luna Joker, NECA Michelangelo, and Darkseid. So as you can tell, it's your standard SH Figuarts sizes for just about everything. But going back to the previous releases, I unfortunately don't have Cyclone Joker, but I guess like Luna Joker is the next best thing because these figures all were just a bunch of repaints that they did. Overall, they upscaled the size just a teeny tiny bit. Let me get the arm down real quick. And this one's so loose, but then again, it's old. I feel like they upscaled it just a teeny tiny bit, made it a lot more streamlined. You can see like the bigger shoulder pads over here, and I feel like mostly also the old designs looked a lot more blocky. And overall, like the design is already blocky, but look at the legs, it's not really refined, and here like there's a lot more rounded, and it looks better overall. So that's kind of the idea of the entire line. I mean, paint-wise and detail-wise, it's not really that far off. The biggest issue also is like the joints on the older ones are not painted and they don't line up with the rest of it, and they really upgraded that with the new one. So let's have a look at the fine detail. First and foremost, you have the eyes, if you want to call that eyes. You have the bug eyes for the Kamen Rider style. I love that there's like a molded detail on there, and I think like they just made a see-through plastic over it. Gives it a great look. You got the antennas in the metallic, and all of the green is also metallic. So you really have like really a bright, shiny side, and then the black matte makes for an excellent look. That's one of the reasons I love about especially Kamen Rider W, that you have these two tones. There's a hole for the scarf. We'll have a look at that, by the way. Previous figures, this guy doesn't have a scarf, but previous releases just had a plastic one, and this one has a real cloth scarf. More on that later. I'll have a look at the accessory in just a second. But yeah, the paint overall is clean. There are some steps. I feel like there's a tiny dot over there. I don't know if you can tell where there's some paint missing, unfortunately. Also, the purple looks very nice, very colorful. And then the joints. Not only do they line up with the color, and I feel like this one's even painted because it is metallic, but it's also mostly molded. I say mostly because there's this one small part which isn't, unfortunately. But that's a small issue. Not really an issue I even have with it. Then we're going down to the double driver belt for the Gaia Memories. And the cool thing about this one also, it's articulated. So you can move it out, get the Gaia Memories in there. Is this one stuck, or is this one just kind of going down a little bit too far? It's a bit wobbly, but it works. Once again, the old ones did not have that. I think they had like a different belt piece altogether. But here you just kind of move it around. Don't have to fidget too much. And obviously, I mean, for the rest of the figure, they also don't have die-cast feet. That's something I really liked about the old ones, and they took that away. So, I don't know why, but one of the biggest upgrades of this figure is the articulation, so let's have a look at that. For the articulation, it definitely is an upgrade, but some things are just not as great as I expected. So the head only has some wiggle move side to side, but honestly, you just kind of combine it with the neck. So you bring that forward, bring that to the back, and also tilt side to side. Is that something shifting in the chest area? So then we have this shoulder joint. Can move this out is on the long ball pack, and in the chest area you can rotate it on there, and also on the connection over here, obviously. And then, as you can tell, we already have a shoulder pad which is off, and I just want to show you this madness that's in there. You have a hinge that goes into a ball hinge, that goes into a ball pack. As such, bam, bam, and you can just move it out and rotate it and bring it back and forth. So it's crazy, a little bit excessive, but I guess fine. Then we have a bicep swivel, which just kind of swivels off. It's packed in there. Very simple. Double hinged elbow, nicely molded, looks great. And classic, have a ball hinge on the fist, can bring that up and down, and it can also be swiveled around. Chest area is a weird one. It goes back and forth, and I think like there's, yeah, you can pull this one out. Goes back and forth. Does tilt side to side a little bit, not too great, and also has very limited swiveling for the hip part. I think it's just on a ball, so you can bring that around side to side, forward and back, a little bit of humping action, and also can be swiveled, but once again, not all the way around. Now you have the leg, which goes up forward, out to the side. Don't really like the look of this one. I mean, it works, but Jesus. Could have cut off a little bit over there to make it a little bit more seamless. Then we have a bicep, not a bicep swivel, a thigh swivel, double hinge knee, and I love the look of this one. It looks so clean, although it does leave a little bit of a gap. And finally, the foot has a ball hinge, goes back and forth, and then it goes into another hinge. So you have a nice pivot and also a toe hinge. And finally, like this golden part over here, those are floaty, so that does not get into your way. Now for the accessories, first and foremost, I'm going to tell you there's a base, which is cool. You have all these molded detail on there. There's a little bit of height to it, so you can not just paint it on, but print it on, like molded on there. But yeah, the base is cool, but you don't even get an arm to put the figure on there. So you just kind of stand the figure on the base. There's holes to put like your SH Figuarts arms on there, but you don't get one, which sucks. Really premium, I thought. Then we have this scarf, which is pre-molded, nice and metallic. Just kind of put that in the back. And then we have this scarf, which you can mold, you can crumple in the way you like. And it kind of takes some playing around with it. Let me try to get it in the pose real quick here. But as you can tell, yes, it does have a wire on the sides, so you can bring it around. But damn, is it huge. A lot bigger than I thought. And then you have some hands, pointy fingers. Every Kamen Rider character needs some pointy fingers. We have some holding hands for the Gaia Memory. And we have some more open hands. Kind of, you know, again, for more posing stuff. And two more holding hands for the Gaia Memory. And then also these more relaxed hands. And finally, oof, the Gaia Memory. Those are so incredibly small. Like, wow, I don't even know. And yes, you can put them in the belt. Those are nicely detailed. There's some stuff going on there. They're see-through and they're cool looking, but they're so incredibly tiny. And, you know, just take my word for it. Do I show you how to get this into the belt? I will never be able to do it while looking at the camera, but just kind of get that in there. Yeah, oh, that wasn't so hard. Even still see the symbol in there, so that's really cool. Very nice attention to detail with that. My god, is this scarf huge! Holy crap! Final thoughts for this figure. I mean, I love the look of it and all the upgraded parts. I remember reviewing the old school Kamen Rider figures, the couple of ones I have, and not having any idea about the source material. If you want to go back and dig out those videos, you're welcome, but you're welcome to do so. But, you know, I have zero idea what I'm talking about, so at least this time round, I'm a little bit more into it, and as such, I recommend this guy, because if you're a fan of Kamen Rider, if you're a fan of this design, this is a great looking piece, which has pretty good articulation, again, for the design. They made some good choices, and it looks very seamless, and the insane nature of the scarf, you have a bunch of cool accessories. The Gaia Memory is super impressive, like the small detail, And overall, the main issue that we always come back to is the price point for this guy. He's a lot more premium, so I got him on Big Bad Toy Store. He's sold out over there, but I did see you have a bunch of pre-owned versions on Army, which are still fairly expensive, but it's doable, I would say. So if you want to get yours, I can recommend you that. I can recommend you the Army pre-owned section. Other than that, yeah, I'm happy with this guy. He just looks so freaking cool. And that's it. This is gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever KamenRider Cyclone Joker wants.